Hi guys and welcome back. In this video we're going to be testing our first function, and it is this divide function here. Really simple function. All it does is it takes two parameters, dividend and divisor, and divides one by the other. We're going to be doing a little bit more in this function later on, but for now it's just this. I've also added the typing module here to say that the dividend and the divisor are both ints or floats. Let's go over to our test functions file to begin writing our tests. It is important that your file is called test underscore and then the name, because that's what unit test is going to look at in its default configuration. You can change that later on, but we're not going to look at how in this course. The first thing to do here is to import the test case class from unit test, and also of course our divide function. Then we're going to create a class test functions, for example, and is going to inherit from test case. Inside here, we can write our first function. Functions should also start with test underscore. For example, test divide result. This test is just going to check that the divide function returns what we would expect a divide function to return with two normal values. So we'll say that the dividend is going to be 15, the divisor is going to be 3, and the expected result is going to be 5.0. These are just variables. They don't have any specific meaning in our tests, even though they have the same names as the function parameters. It's totally irrelevant. You can name these whatever you want. What is important though is that you do self.assert equal divide of the dividend and the divisor, and then the expected result. So what we're doing here is we're passing to this assert equal method two values, divide, or the result of executing the divide function, and our expected result. And it's going to check that they are the same, so that dividing 15 by 3 is equal to 5.0. We have written our first test. Now, if you're using the default configuration, i.e. your file is called test underscore and your tests are called test underscore and then the name,